here because we're stomping on them bitter ones. It's your boy Ollie.
Good evening, everyone. Welcome back once again to Vicious Rex. And of course, I am your host, your YouTube messiah, and often imitated. Never duplicate. Subscribe to Mission. We're gonna go over Raw this week was in Des Moines, Iowa, and I do want to let you guys know now. They officially announced next week is a best of show, so they're just gonna be really doing highlights. So, not really gonna be. I'll just let you guys know now. Not gonna be doing an episode next week. So, for all intents and purposes, this is the last episode of 22. And with that said, I hope all of y'all have a happy and wonderful solstice, Christmas, Hanukkah, Kwanzaa, Festivus, whatever the fuck you're choosing to celebrate. Stay smart, stay safe, don't do anything I would do. And with that said, now let's go and switch gears and talk about last week via the SmackDown Rewind. Big highlights from last week's SmackDown. The show started out with the women's tag title match. Io and Dakota defending their titles against Liv and Tegan Nox. Whew. Talk about a heart pill inducing match. And these girls were throwing themselves around like rag dolls. Like, damn good opening match. It came to an end when some girl in an oversized black hoodie and black jogging pants wound up doing a sneak attack on Tegan. Liv wound up getting pinned. So Io and Dakota wound up winning. It was funny because everyone broke the news on Twitter long before WWE did, saying, "Oh, it was Xia Li. It was Xia Li. You could tell by looking at this picture." And it's a picture of her from behind showing the shoes, and I'm just thinking, yes, her shoes, that's definitely what I'm looking at, not the perfectly well-formed ass. I'm sorry, let's move forward. Yeah. So, other than that, LA Knight had a segment talking about on how Bray Wyatt had him tied up, kidnapped, said, "Alright, come on, let's not show any more of this footage, this ain't a snuff film." Yeah! And then LA Knight did a spot-on Bray Wyatt impression. "Oh, my brother, I'm telling you, it wasn't me, my brother." And and then Bray Wyatt came out, addressed him. "Oh, listen, I'm telling you, it's the truth. It wasn't me." And then LA Knight proceeded to go and beat the crap out of Bray Wyatt, and as he's doing that, then out of the walkway comes Uncle Howdy, and Knight's just looking like, what the fuck? And then he just kind of crawls out of there, all the while Bray Wyatt's in the corner laughing hysterically like, okay. That's a whole new level of creepy. So, also, then we had the Intercontinental title match. Gunther defending his title against Ricochet. Very much so what you would expect. Gunther chopped Ricochet so hard, he remembered he was bald. He chopped the living soul out of him. He got the win. Afterwards, there was a post-match beatdown. Imperium was beating the crap out of him. Ricochet got saved by Braun Strowman, so they announced that. They also announced that they're going to be doing a tag match with Braun and Ricochet going against Imperium. Yeah. So, alright, cool. You could tell where the story's going. They're going to lead to Gunther against Braun. So, take from that what you will. They did a triple threat tag match for number one contenders for the tag titles. Hit Row, Legado, the Fantasma going against the Viking Raiders. And Hit Row got the win, not without some controversy though, I might add, because at one point during the match, Top Dolly, he went to go get a running start and went to go jump over the rope, and instead of going over like, whoo-wee, like that, it was no, like that. Now, he addressed it loud and clear, like right as he got it into the back. Now, listen, my knee gave out. I've done this move a million times before. My knee gave out partway through the run. Docs checked me, cleared me. I'm good. Nothing's hurt. Nothing's broke. It gave out. And then, a little bit later, after everyone was throwing shit on him, saying, oh, you're a big guy, you shouldn't be doing that, you shouldn't be doing moves you're not used to, blah, blah, blah. Fuck them motherfuckers. He put up a video saying, here's one of me doing that very same move when I was 50 pounds heavier. I can do it, just like I said. My knee gave out. It was a 1 in a million fluke, which I totally get because, you know, there'll be times I'm walking my dog and then right out of nowhere my knee will buckle. Be like, oh, just, dude, it happens, you know? And SmackDown ended with the bloodline all coming out, with Roman and Sami looking like he's either about to get his roses or looking like it's going to end up like Joe Pesci's last scene in The Goodfellas. But then we look up to the Tron and we see John Cena. Excuse me. We see John Cena hyping up, talking about Adam Pearce said to you that Kevin Owens is going to have a tag match against you, Roman, and you, Sami. And it's a partner of Kevin Owens' choosing. Now, Owens doesn't have many friends, but he sent me a text message saying, hey, John, you haven't had a tag match at all you haven't had a match in 2022 yet. I think it's kind of off. Doesn't quite feel right. So, I'm coming back for this. So come January, 2 weeks time, I'm paraphrasing saying in January, it's going to be Kevin Owens, John Cena versus Roman Reigns and Sami Zayn. See you there. So yeah, that was SmackDown. I don't blame them for doing that. That's a smart move on their part business-wise. The first show of the new year, have your top star and have one of your biggest attractions out there with them. There you go. So anyways, let's get into this week's show. Raw, Des Moines, Iowa. Let's go. It starts off with your one and only tribal chief Roman Reigns out there addressing the crowd, sitting in a video. Ladies and gentlemen, Des Moines, Iowa, acknowledge me. He then talks about on how Kevin Owens, he has been a pain in the side for too long, and now you want to come and invade SmackDown, my home, my yard. Well, you know what? Now you're going to see just exactly what power my family has. We're here, and we're going to make sure you understand what we're all about. And then they go and show the Usos, Sami and Solo beating up Mustafa Ali. And over the course of the night, they show them beating up other guys too. They actually had Andre Chase from NXT there doing a match on main event, and he wound up getting the crap kicked out of him too. But, yeah. So then they did that. Now let's get into the first match of the night. Street Profits going against Finn Balor and Damian Priest. And right off bat, you know, the heels, they were leading into the commercial break. After the break, Dawkins, he wound up getting a hot tag. And decent action. It was pretty good. Not like a, oh my, phrase this the right way. It wasn't as good as the tag match I brought up earlier between Io and Dakota going against Liv and Tegan. That one was way better. This one was good, but that one was way better. But yeah. Match came to an end when Akira Tozawa, he got in the face of Damian Priest and Dominik, grabbed one of the Street Profits cups, splashed whatever was in it in Dominik's eyes, blinded him, it distracted Finn, and then Ford got the win doing a fucking roll-up. God fuck! fucking damn it. Can we fucking stop with the fucking roll-ups like that shit? Just fucking lazy fucking work. Lazy fucking finish. Ugh. Anyways, after the match, then Rhea Ripley goes and chases after Akira Tozawa, goes and slaps him a little, and then says, I can beat you, come on, you can't take me, and then gets in the ring and challenges him. So then we get Rhea Ripley going against Akira Tozawa, which Tozawa kind of really hesitant, almost in like a chivalrous kind of way, like, And Rhea's just like, come on, big boy, right here. Come on. Taunting him and teasing him, all the while she's manhandling him, and I'm pretty sure people on Twitter people out there on the interwebs were just like, Lord, I don't ask for much, but if I could trade places with him. I'm just guessing there was some out there like that. Me personally, no. Now, if it was Asuka against Tozawa, maybe, but... Wait, edit that out, please. Oh, god damn it, I'm so in for it now. I'm gonna get hit, really. I'm gonna get hit in the head now. God. Damn it. Anyways, Rhea Ripley got the win, much to no surprise. And, yeah, I'm gonna say this now. Intergender wrestling, I got zero problem with it. I'm all fucking for it, man. All cool. I don't care if you're a guy, a girl, whatever. If you're two good performers and you can work well in the ring, fucking go for it, man. That's it. However, on television, and I'm not just talking, any kind of television, really. Not any kind of television, but more so national television. Case in point, like, we'll use WWE and AEW, for example. On a national cable systems, all across, spanning across the globe. Spanning across the globe itself. Not necessarily a good idea to have an image like that of having a guy going and slapping around a girl like that. Because, I mean, they don't even show that kind of stuff on TV, really. And I'm not just talking like sitcoms and comedies, no. They don't even show that kind of stuff really on dramas. Like, they'll talk about it and say, oh, this person was beating this person up. But they won't show that. You can't, I'm cool with it, but you can't have it on TV. Very much so almost in a way like deathmatch wrestling. Like deathmatch wrestling, really cool to see, love the brutality and the violence on it. Would not float over well on cable television. Because I guarantee you would have sponsors going nuts and wanting to cancel their deals with the companies. No different than seeing if they showed a guy doing a roundhouse kick taking a girl's head off in the middle of the ring. Anyways, Rhea got the win when Akira wound up actually moving out the way. She hit the ring post, was down. He went to go for the senton, missed, and then Rhea got pump handle and then hit the riptide. So next up we got tag action, Gallows and Anderson going against Alpha Academy. Karl Anderson is back from defending his never openweight championship. And, you know, it's still kind of weird to think that in a couple weeks' time, Karl Anderson, who is a contracted WWE wrestler, is going to be defending a New Japan title at Wrestle Kingdom in the Tokyo Dome. Again, wrestling is fucking wild and I love every last fucking second of it, dude. No lie. So, Gallows and Anderson against Alpha Academy. Solid good grappling at the start with Gable and Anderson. You know, Gable rolling them around, working them, locking the arm in, all that kind of jazz. And then when we eventually got Otis and Gallows in there, oh my god, dude, that's Haas fighting right there. That's two big Haas's just mashing up right there. That was nice to see for a minute. Now, faces, they were leading into the break. Post-break, Anderson, he was the punching bag for a small bit, and then Gallows was. There was some decent action going back and forth. It wasn't really like any hot tag or nothing going. But God damn it! Match came to an end eventually when Gable missed a moonsault and then they hit the magic killer on him, 1, 2, 3. So yeah. Next up we got Miz going against Dexter Lumis in a ladder match for, I didn't really go over this last week, but they made the match last week saying that Dexter is going to put up the money from Miz's payments along with Miz matching that money in a ladder match. So yeah. As far as the match went, Dexter, he was leading at the start with Miz picking up the pace halfway through. A lot of people were kind of saying, oh, the crowd is so dead. Oh, this is so blah, blah, blah. Listen, it's a televised ladder match. Now, obviously, we're not going to have something along the spectacles of, like, Jeff Hardy versus Undertaker in a ladder match on Raw. But, you know, keep in mind, Miz, he's got a unique kind of safe style he works. And I'm not knocking. It's what works for him. But you can only tell so much of a story. I'm trying to make sure I say this the right way. The match itself I thought was pretty okay, but yeah, the crowd was quiet watching it, which, I don't know, it always seems kind of weird because everyone always complains when the crowd is dead quiet watching a wrestling show in America, but if the same kind of match took place in Japan and it was quiet, nobody would say nothing. And I get it's the cultures, but I just can't help but think if you transplanted those matches and put them in different environments, would you still have the same feeling towards it? Either way, match came to an end when, as Lumis was on the verge to get the ladder, out comes Bronson Reed. Bronson Reed is officially back. He takes down Dexter and then literally helps Miz climb the ladder to retrieve the money. So, kudos, Reed's back. The big thick boy is back. And, yeah, it looks like they brought him back. He's going to be Miz's heavy. You know, I can't argue. Because, trying to make sure, again, man, I'm really fucking spacing out, trying to fight to make sure I say all the right shit the right way today. While a lot of people may say, oh, he should be this kind of guy, he should be going and doing this and this and that and that. Not everyone's gonna have the gimmick or the role they want in the company. Not everyone is always going to get the matches that they want or the TV time they want. Some people may want a whole 5 minutes. Well, we can squeeze you in for 30 seconds. It is what it is. You work with what you got. And, you know, if he's going as his heavy now, okay, good. That could, for all we know, that could transition into something greater later on. Hell, you want a good example on that? Look at Austin Theory. When he first started with the whole McMahon protege thing. And then doing all the selfies. And then Mr. Money in the Bank. Youngest Money in the Bank. Youngest U.S. champ. This, that, and the other. And now look where he's at with the whole new attitude, the charisma, and the way he's carrying himself now. He's changed completely. You may not always start out where you want, but if you work at it and you show, hey, I can do this, let me do it. You know, 10 gets you 20, you'll more than likely get that shot. Unfortunately, not everyone gets it, but it is what it is. So, with that said, next matchup, we got AJ Styles versus Sami Zayn. And this came to be because after the Gallows and Anderson match, the Bloodline came out, attacked everyone, attacked Gallows, Anderson, AJ. And all I could think is, Mia Yim's part of the group, and she just kind of tucked tail and backed off. Kind of like Homer Simpson in the bushes. And, dude, what the hell? Like, why include her there if you can't have her stop the fighting or participate in trying to engage in the fighting in some kind of way? Because again, it goes back to what I was saying about with the intergender stuff. But either way, as they separate and all the Bloodlines then leaving, AJ out of nowhere, boom, does a surprise attack on Sami, throws a good shot on him, throws a few punches at him, and then they make this match. So AJ Styles versus Sami Zayn. If only El Generico was still alive to see this, would have been great. But AJ, he was leading at the start. Really great, solid action. I dug the absolute fucking hell out of this match. If you're going to go back and watch one of two matches on this show, I highly recommend this one and the one coming up. This was really great. I dug it. I can't put over it enough. Both guys, great talents. Absolutely love them. And match came to an end when Solo, he came down, walking down the aisles, and AJ, he saw him as he was getting ready to size Sami up for a phenomenal form. He hopped down, threw a shot at Solo to stop him, cut him off at the pass. Sami then attacked him, threw him off, and then as Sami gets back in the ring arguing with the ref, Solo then, boom, pops AJ with a Samoan spike, and then Sami does a blue thunderbomb, 1, 2, 3. So that is it. The great miracle of 2022. Sami Zayn got a winning pinfall using the blue thunderbomb. There is a God. Next up, this second match, I said if you're going to watch one of two matches on Raw this week, it's this one. Bayley. Sorry. Bayley going against the MILF. The man. Sorry about that. The man, Becky Lynch. And man, really great action. Nice back and forth going with these two. These two girls, man. I absolutely loved it. I loved it. There's no other way around it. I loved it. It was great to see. And, also absolutely loved on how the commentary, they were playing up on how these two got history with each other in NXT. This is the first time in several years that these two have gone against each other. And match came to an end when at one point, the ref was arguing with Io and Dakota because Becky had one of the tablets from the announce table looking like she was getting ready to go for either one of them. And they're like, all right, come on. Ref's like, you two? Out of here. And as they're arguing, then Becky starts beating up Dakota Kai, which then distracts the referee even more. And then when Becky turns around after she's done doing that, Bayley then wham! Slams her in the face with a tablet. Does the rose plant, 1, 2, 3, that's it, so Bayley gets the win. So now we come to main event of the night. Usos going against Kevin Owens and Seth Elizabeth Rollins, because his middle name is not frickin', it's Elizabeth, damn it. And this came to be because as Seth was doing a promo hyping up his match coming up with in New Year, January 2nd, against Austin Theory for the U.S. title. Him and Theory, they start trading some verbal punches with each other. Out come the Usos like, whoa, okay, let's put it different aside for a minute. Take care of this. And then Theory's just like, yeah, fuck this shit, I'm out. So Seth, he starts going at it one-on-one, one-on-two against the Usos. And then eventually, Owens comes out, makes the save. And then they say, you know what? We want a match. Give us a match tonight. Alright, you got it. So here we are. Now, the Usos, they were leading into the commercial break. And right as the break is over, Seth gets hot tagged in, starts working, cleaning up, doing pretty good, and then brings Owens back in. Now while Seth's on the outside fighting Jay, at one point Austin Theory comes through the crowd and actually takes out Seth. And that also at one point Solo comes in and gets taken out as well. Match eventually comes to an end where Owens does a pop-up powerbomb onto Jimmy. 1, 2, 3, that is it. So, yeah, that is it for this week's show, folks. So, do not forget to like the video, subscribe to the channel, go back watch some of the episodes when you can. Look for me on the Twitter at TimBitches. Also, thank you to my executive producer, Ollie Ray Ben, who did provide the music for this week's show. Make sure you check it out on iTunes, Spotify, YouTube, SoundCloud, all that good shit. Details are down below. Also, thank you to contributor of the show, LFC Lingerie Fighting Championship. They're a little bit of wrestling, a little bit of MMA, and a whole lot of attractive women, and a little bit of nothing. Also, folks, do not forget to follow these cool ass cats right on the Twitter, getting Gilla DSB_IV, Diabolical RA, Sergeant Curry Pants, and Dubs in your face. And folks, make sure you also check out whatamaneuver.net for some vicious rants apparel. Help support the show. Perfect gift for somebody that you love, somebody that you hate, or just a shirt to buy to go and give to Goodwill. Because, you know, hey, if a homeless guy's walking around with this, wearing a Vicious Strand shirt, that's gotta say Clash, right? And well, with that said, folks, like I always say, yo, you love me, great, you hate me. Fuck you.